Timmy!
No, it's Jimmy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. Everything sounds good with the volumes for a change. Hopefully all the gremlins from in midweek have been sorted out. This afternoon we've got for you football special. All the goals from around the UK and Europe from the second half onwards. Plus we'll have all the final scores for you around 5 o'clock. They should all be completed by then. I say should. Games seem to be finishing later and later. And we've also got down on the TV, in case you missed it yesterday, the Biathlon World Cup from Annecy-Le Grand Bornand, wherever that is, I don't know. It's a men's 10-kilometre sprint. It is a recording from yesterday, so if you want to catch up with that, please do so. 4 Polish entrants in that. I don't know the names, but if that's your thing, enjoy it. If you want to have a better view of it, expand it, you can see it clearer. We will also have an edited version of this live stream a little bit later on today, so you can cut out all of the quiet bits and it'll just be the highlights of it. But if you want to watch it live, thanks for joining me. Right, let's get going with, first of all, my bet this afternoon. 16 food accumulator. Let's put the glasses on, that'll help. A 16 food accumulator, not going too well at the moment. Cash out too low. So I think what we'll do for the second half, see if we can get another one on. Over 2 goals, I think I'll go for. 2 goals or over, I should say. In the second half. See if we can make a few shekels just before Christmas. Sunderland and Brighton still 0-0. A good chance of that one having at least 2 goals in it. And Wolves and Brentford. That's going to have some goals, surely, in the second half. Watford and Stoke, maybe. Maybe. And Charlton and Oxford. We've got to go for the kind of outsiders, haven't we? No point going low on the odds. Who wants to win £10 just before Christmas? I'd sooner win a few thousand, I've got to say. And we are up to the Scottish Premiership. Kilmarnock and Falkirk. Let's give that a go. Scottish Championship. Partick and Wraith. 2.75. Yeah, what's not to like? You got to be in it to win it. Stenhousemuir and Inverness Cali Thistle. And Spartans and Elgin City. A lot of goals around again in Scotland. Must be... it must be disappointing if you're a Scottish fan, knowing you're going to go and watch your team on the weekend and you're not going to see any goal action. And I think that is it. Right, what's the odds on that? 10,000. Yeah, that'll do. Stick a £1 on that. Are we on again? Right, we're on. We're on. Let's get the scores as they're coming through. Berkhamsted 1, Chertsey 1. Berkhamsted getting back on level terms. Quick change over of that screen. Started the screen bang on stream, bang on time. It was just a little bit late. A little bit late getting here. I've just been painting a bathroom for Frankie. Thought I'd get in the festive spirit. A little bit of Santa Claus there. He's looking a bit portly. Or is that my big fat belly stretching his face? Queen of the South 1, Montrose 0. Michael Hewitt on 48 minutes, giving Queen of the South the lead. And Cardiff have just equalised at Lincoln. It is now Lincoln 1, Cardiff 1. Perry NG in the 49th minute. This will be our last football special stream before before the Christmas break. Obviously, Boxing Day is going to be a busy day, so join us for that one. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Put another light on. That's a bit better. Yeah, we'll also have a video coming out with what's been going on at Wisła Kraków. Quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit. We have got Krzyżanowski's just signed another 12-month contract. The youngster, I'm guessing he's only signed a 12-month contract because he'll want to see if we get promoted back into the extra class before he goes on a longer-term deal. But yeah, more about that in the video. We've also got our sparring matches over the winter break coming up. I think there's about 6-8 games, something like that. So hopefully the games will be streamed and we can do a live stream of the matches. Please hit that subscribe button. I need more subscribers. The Polish Premier League, the extra class, I've said they will do a collaboration with us. Once we get a bigger platform, we can then live stream the Polish Premier League matches. It is now Oldham 2, Tranmere 1. Michael Mellon on 47 minutes, putting Oldham into the lead. And hopefully, I've got the issue sorted with Flash Score, so we won't keep getting the crowd cheering every time there's a goal. No further updates. I've changed my PC now so that it won't do an automatic update without my permission, in theory. Causes chaos when it does that, changes all the settings. I don't know why, it just does. So hopefully that will stop any issues. I'm guessing a lot of you have now finished work before Christmas. If you have, enjoy it. St Mirren 1, Livingston 0. Jonah Ayunga on 51 minutes, putting St Mirren into the lead. And quickly we'll go through the Premiership scores. This is a final result from an early kick-off. Newcastle and Chelsea finished 2-2. Newcastle were winning 2-0 at half-time. Chelsea came roaring back for a share of the points. It's no easy place to go, is it, and get that result once you go 2-0 down. Once the Toon Army get behind the team, it is, it's a difficult place to get a result. These games have just started the second half now. It's Bournemouth 0, Burnley 0, Brighton 0, Sunderland 0, Manchester City 2, West Ham 0, and Wolves 0, Brentford 0. This evening, or 5:30 kick-off, it's Tottenham and Liverpool. That should be a cracking match. Everton and Arsenal's an 8 PM kick-off, as is Leeds and Crystal Palace. 3 early kick-offs in the English Championship. It finished Blackburn 2, Millwall 0. Good result for Blackburn, that. Preston 1, Norwich 1. Preston with a last gasp equaliser. And Southampton 1, Coventry 1. Coventry down to 10 men in that game, but managing to get a point. These games are in the second half now. Bristol City 1, Middlesbrough 0. Charlton 0, Oxford United 0. Derby 1, Portsmouth 1. Hull 1, West Brom 0. That game is still half-time. I think there was a head injury in the first half in that game, so it's slightly delayed. Ipswich 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. QPR 4, Leicester 0. Sheffield United 2, Birmingham 0. Birmingham down to 10 men. And Watford 0, Stoke 0. A lot of 0-0s. English League 1, final results. 2 games played earlier. Stevenage 2, Burton 2, Wigan 0, Blackpool 2. These games are in the second half now. Doncaster 1, Plymouth Argyle 3. Blimey, Frankie will be falling on the floor. Doncaster took the lead in that game as well, but Plymouth came roaring back with Tillage, got 2 of them goals. Exeter 1, Barnsley 0, Leyton Orient 1, Bradford City 1, Lincoln 1, Cardiff 1, Mansfield 1, Stockport County 1, Port Vale and Peterborough, that's 0-0, Rotherham 0, Huddersfield 3, Wycombe 2, Bolton Wanderers 1. Bolton Wanderers took the lead in that game, but Wycombe came roaring back and currently lead 53 minutes on the clock. English League 2, final results from earlier 2 games. It was Bromley 2, Grimsby 0, and Notts County and Walsall 0-0. Current games in the second half, it's Barnet 0, Salford 2, Colchester 2, Newport 0, Fleetwood 0, Gillingham 1, Harrogate 0, MK Dons 3, Oldham 2, Tranmere 1, Shrewsbury 0, Chesterfield 0, Swindon 1, Crawley 1. National League 2 results from earlier today finished. Boston United 0, Aldershot 2, Woking 1, Scunthorpe 2. Tamworth and Southend and York City and Truro, both 5:30 kickoffs. And a 7:45 kickoff this evening is Yeovil and Forest Green. English National League North, there was a game postponed. Alfredton against Macclesfield. Sad news. Sad news. One of the players died, the centre forward, I've forgotten his name. But, yeah, died in a tragic car accident after leaving the match midweek. So that game has been postponed for obvious reasons. Right, let's get going with... Oh, that was a score correction. St Mirren and Livingston. Jonah and Younger. He hadn't scored on 51 minutes. It's back to 0-0. St Mirren 0, Livingston 0. Swindon 1, Crawley 0. Ollie Palmer in the 53rd minute from the penalty spot. And it's now Sheffield United 3, Birmingham down to 10 men 0. Patrick Bamford on 51 minutes. Gloucester 3, Hungerford 0. Uxbridge 1, Bracknell 1. Uxbridge back on level terms. Azar Fleetwood now against Gillingham. It is now Fleetwood 1, Gillingham 1. Thanks to Ryan Graydon on 53 minutes. Dover 0, Eastbourne Borough 3. I don't think we'll be getting the goal scorer to follow us on that game. Button Cup, the new Jack Russell, she's settling in nicely. She's calming down a little bit. These are full of energy, aren't they? Kilmarnock 0, Falkirk 1. Brian Graham on 54 minutes, giving Falkirk the lead. That's one of the games that I've got on my coupon. Let's have a look how that one's going. Cash out 4 pence at the moment. Weymouth 1, Plymouth Parkway 1. Plymouth Parkway getting back on level terms. And it's now Chester 1, South Shields 1. So Shields getting a share of the points now as things stand. Etihad Stadium, it is still Manchester City 2, West Ham 0. Haaland on 5 minutes. With the opener and Reinders on 38 minutes, doubling Manchester City's lead. Missed an easy chance as well in the first half, did Haaland. Header 6 yards out, couldn't hit the target. Not what you would expect from him. Corn 1, Worcester 2, Worcester taking the lead there, and Burgess Hill 1, Aveley 4. Burgess Hill on the score sheet, but still trailing. It's an uphill battle for them. Dartford 1, St Albans 0. And it's Chester 1, South Shields 1 now. South Shields getting back on level terms. American Express Stadium, it's still Brighton 0. Sunderland 0. Sunderland have got about 5 players missing from this game because they've gone to the AFCON. United are going to, Manchester United that is, are going to suffer with that, losing quite a few of their players to the AFCON Cup. AFCON Cup, is it AFCON Cup of Nations, or I'm not sure what its full term is, but either way, they're going to have players missing. There's a lot, isn't there? A lot of unhappy people with the fact that these Epstein files should have been, the court said they should be released last night. They haven't released them all, and a lot of what they have released is really redacted. I don't understand the point in that. If you've nothing to hide, get the details out there. We all know the world's full of corruption and what have you, so nothing would shock us. It's just the names that are in there. What have you got to hide? Glenavon 1, Linfield 0. I think that's on my coupon. I need another goal in that game. And Barnet 0, Salford 3 now. Salford going great guns. Let's have a look what the cash out is. Currently, 3 pence. Right, who's letting me down? Let's name and shame. Ashton Gate, it's still Bristol City 1, Middlesbrough 0. Reese on 17 minutes. Got a good record, Bristol City, against Middlesbrough. I think they've won the last 4. I think they've won the last 4 against them. They'll be looking to make it 5 if that is the case, Bristol City. Yeah, Glenavon and Linfield 1-0. Need another goal in that game. Brighton and Sunderland, as we've just seen, 0-0. Wolves and Brentford, 0-0. Watford Stoke, 0-0. Shrewsbury and Chesterfield, another goal in that game I need. Port Vale and Peterborough, 0-0. Partick and Wraith, 0-0. Kilmarnock and Falkirk, another goal in that game needed. Spartans and Elgin City, 0-0. Charlton Oxford, 0-0. Stenhousemuir and Inverness Cali Thistle, 0-0. Portman Road, it's still Ipswich 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Kipre on 33 minutes, giving Ipswich a lead. Sheffield Wednesday had some great chances before Ipswich took that lead, but couldn't take them. Now they've been made to pay. And it is Barnet 0, Salford 3. It was Daniel Udo on 56 minutes with Salford's third. 4-1, Edinburgh City 2 now. Grieg Allen on 61 minutes, giving Edinburgh City the lead. Exeter 2, Barnsley 0. Jaden Wareham on 61 minutes, doubling Exeter's lead. And Shrewsbury 0, Chesterfield 1. Lee Bonnis on 61 minutes. Leyton Orient 2, Bradford City 1. Leyton Orient's goal scorer to follow. They have now taken the lead. And Cheshunt 0, Chatham 2. In the French, I think it's the French Cup. Framing 0, Chantilly 3. FC Köln 0, Union Berlin 1. MKM Stadium, it's still Hull 1, West Brom 0. A McBurney penalty in the 52nd minute in that first half. Plenty of injury time there. I think that was due to a head injury. Yep, don't forget, this is a recording or a rerun, whatever you want to call it, of yesterday's men's 10-kilometre sprint in the biathlon. Leyton Orient 2, Bradford 1. It was Dominic Ballard on 58 minutes, putting Leyton Orient into the lead. And it's Workington 0, Stockton 2. Bristol City have doubled their lead now against Middlesbrough. We were just talking about that, how good their record is against Middlesbrough. And it is 2-0 to Bristol City. I'll give you the goal scorer in a minute. I've just seen it. It's a header. But I don't know who that is, I'm sorry to say. Blimey. Atkinson is on 62 minutes. Nobody tracked him. We'll be disappointed with that, Middlesbrough. But play silly games as they just have done there. No one tracking a run. You win silly prizes. They're now 2-0 down to Bristol City. Peterborough Sports 0, Scarborough 1. And there's a correction going through. That Stockton goal has been disallowed. So it's Workington 1. Sorry, Workington 0, Stockton 1. Brentford have taken the lead now against Wolves. Goal scorer to follow. I missed that one, so I couldn't tell you what happened. Portman Road, it's now Ipswich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. goal scorer to follow. Wolves 0, Brentford 1. It was Keane Lewis Potter on 63 minutes. And it's now Oldham 3, Tranmere 1, Michael Mellon on 61 minutes. That's a hat-trick for Michael Mellon, so well done for him. He'll be taking the ball home. And Ipswich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Jaden Philogene on 60 minutes. Doubling Ipswich's lead. How Sheffield Wednesday will rue missing the early chances. They were gifted chances as well. There were mistakes from Ipswich, so Kieran McKenna was not happy early on in that game. But Ipswich have obviously settled down, doing what Ipswich do now, putting Sheffield Wednesday to the sword, it looks like, unless Sheffield Wednesday can do something out of the ordinary. I suppose the thing they are doing out of the ordinary at the moment is the fact that they're actually playing. Difficult season for them. Dover 1, Eastbourne Borough 3. Dover on the score sheet, but still trailing. And Colchester 3, Newport 0. Mika Mbik on 64 minutes for Colchester. Having a great day, Colchester. Radcliffe 2, Leamington 1. Radcliffe taking the lead there. And Chester 1, South Shields 2 now. Erdrey 0, Queen's Park 2. Goal scorer to follow. And right on cue, it was Josh Fowler on 64 minutes. Lots of full-time scores now coming in from the Bundesliga. Stuttgart 0, Hoffenheim 0. Needham Market 1, Harborough 2. Harborough taking the lead. How's my cash out looking? 2 pence. 2 pence. A pound stake, 11-fold. Over 2 goals or over in the game. And return is £10,807, 58 pence. Yes, please. Erdrey 0, Queen's Park 2. It was Josh Fowler on the 64th minute if I didn't do that one earlier. God, my memory's getting shocking. Well, it's not getting shocking. It is shocking. Shocking. I mean, unless we see a couple of goals between, say, pick a game, Watford and Stoke, it matters not what everyone else does. It matters not. Lincoln 2, Cardiff 1. Sonny Bradley on 67 minutes, giving Lincoln the lead. Ben and Liam Moyle, they'll be gutted at that one. Just looking at this Bradley goal, it's a corner coming in from the left. Who are marking from Cardiff? Yeah, not picked up Bradley, made Cardiff pay. Kelty Hearts 2, Cove Rangers 2. Michael Doyle on 67 minutes, getting Cove Rangers back on level terms. And Josh Mullin for Wraith Rovers on 66 minutes. He's not scored. He's been sent off for a second bookable offence. Colchester 3, Newport 1. It was Sammy Braybrook on 66 minutes. My cash out now has gone to 3 pence. We'll let that run. Dungannon for Portadown 1. Portadown on the score sheet, but that's a pretty much done deal. Stenhousemuir 1, Inverness Calipissel 0. That's on my score, on my coupon. Need another goal in that game. Gloucester 4, Hungerford 1. Gloucester pulling away. And Ballymena 1, Carrick Rangers 1. Ballymena back on level terms. Spartans FC 1, Elgin City 0. It was Ayrton Sonko on 67 minutes, giving Spartans a lead. And Stenhousemuir 1, Inverness Calipissel 0. It was Ollie White on 65 minutes. Dunfermline 1, United 3. It was Kieran Ngwenya on 63 minutes. Then Dunfermline at least a goal. Now, why has that happened? Bournemouth have taken the lead, it looks, against Burnley. Why that came out through the speakers? There's nothing special about that game at all. Semenyo it was with the goal. Is he supposed to be going to Old Trafford? And Manchester United supposed to be signing him? I'm not sure. Not sure at all, but it looks like he has scored. Mansfield 1, Stockport 2 now. Jack Diamond on 69 minutes. Giving Stockport the lead, and it's now Manchester City 3, West Ham 0. Goal scorer to follow in that one. Glenavon 2 now, Linfield 0. And Yate Town 1, Taunton 2. Taunton taking the lead. Yeah, why on earth that game? Oh, wait a minute. Eyeing fire. Haaland on 69 minutes it was. VAR are getting involved in this one. Not sure why. Not sure why. That goal will count, I'm pretty sure. St Johnstone 4, Morton 0. James Gullen on 70 minutes. Red Leicester Dave, you're a St Johnstone fan. Dunfermline 2, 3. It's that man Kieran Ngwenya again on 65 minutes. The comeback could be on for Dunfermline. They were losing at home. 3-0 to her. It's now Dunfermline 2, 3. Wolfar 1, Edinburgh City 3. James Stokes for Edinburgh City on 70 minutes. They are now pulling away. Slough 1, Dorking 1. Dorking back on level terms. And the final score is Augsburg 0, Werder Bremen 0. What's going on in Germany? Plenty of 0-0s. Too many 0-0s. You know my thoughts on 0-0s. If it finishes 0-0, both teams lose a point. American Express Stadium, 65.5 minutes gone. It's still Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. And it's St Mirren 1, Livingston 0. Will this stand this time? We'll see. Or are VAR going to intervene? Yeah, that has been confirmed as well. Nothing wrong with that. Haaland third. Not his third, he's got a brace on the day, but Manchester City's third. Mike Fondop Talum for Oldham. 68 minutes. He's not on the score sheet. He's been sent off for foul and abusive language. And this time it will count St Mirren. St Mirren 1, Livingston 0. Michael Mandron on 72 minutes, putting St Mirren into the lead. Flint 2, Haverfordwest 2. That's the final score. I think we're up to date. Let's see how cash out's gone up to 4 pence. Glenavon and Linfield, that's a winner. It's now 2-0. Wolves and Brentford. Wolves 0, Brentford 1. Need another goal in that game. Watford and Stoke are still killing me at the minute. As are Port Vale and Peterborough, Partick and Wraith. Ugh. Charlton and Oxford. Just need 2 goals in each game. It's not too much to ask, is it? Yeah, I've got an itchy neck. Exeter 3, Barnsley 0, Reece Cole on 73 minutes. Exeter pulling away. Good result for Exeter. They need this. They're not doing too well in the league, are they? And it's now QPR 4, or it's still QPR 4, Leicester 0, I should say. Saito on 2 minutes, Kone on 29, Dembele on 33, and Mwengu at the end of the first half in the 48th minute. 3 minutes of added on time. Shocking result for Leicester. Great one for QPR. If you've had a bet, let us know in live chat. We can cheer you on. It looks like mine's going to be a dud, it looks like. Hopefully everything's all right with the volumes. Sounds like we've got some rain coming as well in Devon. Just checked out the window, then it's dark. Light when I came in. Doncaster 1, Plymouth 4 now. Doncaster took the lead in that game as well, but Plymouth are putting Doncaster to the sword. A Lawrence Talage 73rd minute penalty. That's a hat-trick on the day for him. Well done, Lawrence Talage. The home park faithful who've made the long trip to Doncaster, they'll be coming back happy, it looks like. Pretty much anywhere Plymouth goes is a long journey though, isn't it? Watford 1, Stoke 0. Luca Jermgard on 74 minutes, putting Watford into the lead. Well, that was one of my games on my coupon. Cash out's gone up to 6p. I need another goal in that game. Right, who's the other culprits then that are letting me down at the moment? Brighton and Sunderland, still 0-0. Once you can get at least one goal in the game, you've got a fighting chance up until the final whistle, haven't you? Because things like this can happen. Ipswich 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Liam Cooper on 71 minutes, giving Sheffield Wednesday a lifeline. Charlton and Oxford though, that's still 0-0. You're killing me. You're killing me. There was another one as well. Partick and Wraith Rovers, still 0-0. Port Vale and Peterborough, 0-0. Brighton and Sunderland, 0-0. Oh my word. Sickening just before Christmas, isn't it? Going watching a game, spending your hard-earned cash and you don't even get to see a goal. Now, why has that stopped working? Why has... Why has that stalled out? We'll have a look in a moment. Yeah, Liam Cooper on 71 minutes. Kelty Hearts 2, Cove Rangers 3 now. Mitch Megginson on 76 minutes, giving Cove Rangers the lead. Clyde Nil, Stirling Albion 2. Russell McLean from the penalty spot on the 78th minute, doubling Stirling Albion's lead. And St Johnstone 5, Morton 0. Rama Sidibe on 76 minutes. Definite red letter day for St Johnstone. Frankie James in live chat, she said it's nearly Christmas. Certainly is. You've had your Christmas present early. Get your minds out the gutter. It's a puppy. I'm going to have to just sort this out because for some reason the men's biathlon from yesterday has stopped playing, so we can't have that. Anyone who's into it, Frankie James says she's beautiful. She certainly is, Frankie. Why is that stopped now? Come on. It's the men's 10k sprint. There's plenty of people who want to watch this. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's because they want to play the adverts. Maybe it's because they want to play the adverts. We'll see. It should carry on now. Perhaps paused it too long. Southport 1, Worksop 1, Worksop back on level terms. Merthyr Town 1, Curzon Ashton 0. Curzon Ashton not back on level terms. That is a score correction. Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. You're killing me, Coupon. Killing me, Coupon. I'll just make sure that this plays. Forward it on a little bit to where we were. Just got to wait for the adverts to come through. Final advert, 12 seconds left to play. Southport 1, Worksop 1, Worksop back on level terms. Dover 1, Eastbourne Borough 5 now. Good result for Eastbourne Borough just before Christmas. I think that might be where we were up to. 35 minutes. No, we're a little bit further on. Ah, there we are. We're just going to get a 12 second advert, then we should be good to continue. Chocolate. Harrogate 0, MK Dons 4. Alex Gilby in the 75th minute, wrapping things up for MK Dons. And Lewis Spence for East Kilbride on 78 minutes. He's not scored. He's been sent off. Second buckleable offence. Southport 1, Worksop 1. Worksop getting back level. Hornchurch 1, Enfield Town 1. Hornchurch back on level terms. And Charlton have taken the lead against Oxford. Goal scorer to follow in that one. Chester 1, South Shields 3. South Shields, when I put my teeth back in, pulling away. Let's have a look. See if cash outs made a difference. That Charlton goal. Charlton 1, Oxford 0. Charlie Kelman on 78 minutes, giving Charlton the lead. Brighton 0, Sunderland 0 is still killing me. As is Wraitham Partick, still 0-0. I need a plethora of goals now coming into the end of these games. 10 grand before Christmas. I promise, Lord, I'll give some to charity. Doesn't work like that, does it? If only it did. If only it did. Basingstoke 1, Evesham 0. And it's now Arist 2, Ammonia Adipu 2. Told you it was games around Europe as well. Ross County 0, Arbroath 2. Goal scorer to follow in that one. And Buxton 0, AFC Telford 2. That should be cash outs at a penny now. Peterborough and Port Vale. Shambles. Motherwell 1, Dundee 0. Callum Slattery in 82 minutes, giving Motherwell the lead. And Kelty Hearts 2, Cove Rangers 4. Lewis O'Donnell on 82 minutes. Could be a bridge too far now for Kelty Hearts to get back level in that game. 8 minutes. Plus a little bit of injury time. Never have a lot of injury time in Scotland though. They're too tough, they don't dive around. And so you don't get the trainer constantly coming on. Hales Owen 1, Leiston 2. Still trailing though, Hales Owen, but at least they are on the score sheet. Ross County 0, Arbroath 2. Taylor Stephen in the 83rd minute. Kelty Hearts 2, Cove Rangers 4, Lewis O'Donnell in the 82nd minute. Can't remember if I've done them already, so if not, there you are. Pride Park, still Derby 1, Portsmouth 1. Lang on 6 minutes, giving Portsmouth the lead. Matthews on 45 minutes with an own goal, getting Derby back on level terms. Gloucester 5, Hungerford 1, Gloucester pulling away, as are Walton and Hersham, who are now 4-0 up against Hanwell Town. Yeah, Bismarck Krakow, we're on the hunt for Polonia Varsovia striker. I can never remember his name. But we are hoping to get him signed. We need some height up front as well, because we put plenty of crosses in the penalty area, but Ridardo's all right with his head, but he can't really challenge for a ball. He's not got that kind of height. And apart from him, there is nobody with that height. So, yeah, if we can sign, what is he called? I forget. But either way, it gets no better for the fans of Wolves at Molineux. They've been protesting all through this game, and it's Wolves 0, Brentford 2. Lewis Potter now with a brace on the day, 63rd minute and 83rd minute. Putting Wolves to the sword, it looks like. on to Worcester 4 now. Worcester pulling away. And Hebburn Town have taken the lead against Guiseley. It is now Hebburn Town 1, Guiseley 0. Etihad Stadium, it's still Manchester City 3, West Ham 0. Martrade, Loftus Road Stadium, it's still QPR 4. Leicester 1. I think Leicester have just scored. Confirm that one in a moment. Kelty 2, Kelty Hearts 2, Cove Rangers 5. Mitch Megson again on 85 minutes. Pulling Cove Rangers clear now. Amber Bridge 3, Warrington Rylands 1. Amber Bridge wrapping the points up pretty much there. And yeah, it was Silko Thomas on 82 minutes for Leicester. Nothing more than a consolation goal that for Leicester. QPR still in control. Alfie Gilchrist on 76 minutes for West Brom. He's not scored. He's been sent off for foul play. Merthyr Town 1, Curzon Ashton 1. Curzon Ashton getting back level. Chorley 4, Hereford 2. Yeah, too little, too late probably there for Hereford. Not for Barwell though. It's now St Ives 1, Barwell 1. Barwell back on level terms. Did we do Bamber Bridge 3, Warrington Rylands 1? Bamber Bridge pulling away towards the end there. Dungannon 4, Portadown 2. Probably too late there for Portadown to get back on level terms, but never say never. Fleetwood 2, Gillingham 1. Goal scorer to follow there for Fleetwood as they take the lead. Got a bottle of Newcastle Brown with my name on it once this live stream ends. And then Frank is making cocktails. Could be a good evening all round. Ashton Gate, still Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 0. Bristol City's great record against Middlesbrough continues. Reese on 17 minutes and Atkinson on 62 minutes, putting Middlesbrough to the sword, it would appear. And Fleetwood 2, Gillingham 1. It was Zek Medley on 85 minutes, putting Fleetwood into the lead. Merthyr Town 2, Curzon Ashton 1. We've done that one. We're up to date. Noah Geezer from Connecticut in the USA. He's normally in live chat. Comes in to say hello. Massive, massive Wisła Kraków fan. Port Vale 0, Peterborough 1. Goal scorer to follow there. Let's have a look at Mark Cooper. How are we doing? How are we doing? I need another goal in that game. 7 minutes on the clock. It was Harry Leonard in the 83rd minute that gave Peterborough the lead. Who's still letting me down? I've got a feeling. Partick and Wraith. 87 minutes on the clock there. Doing me Cooper in. Come on, sort it out. Molyneux, there's a penalty. There is a penalty. Larson with the penalty. It's been saved by Kelleher. Was he off his line? That's the only thing I can think before that, but forget it. Yeah, Wolves are having a shocker, aren't they? Can't even score from the penalty spot. Can't even score from the penalty spot, Wolves. Absolutely shocking. That's a bit harsh, Jimmy. A bit harsh. Well, you get what you deserve, and that's what you deserve. Good save from Kelleher, but I mean, come on. Etihad Stadium, still Manchester City 3, West Ham 0. I think they'll take that, West Ham. Haaland put Manchester City in the lead in the 5th minute, and it looked like it could have been ugly for West Ham. So if they can get away with a 3-0, all right, I suppose they'll take it. Partick and Wraith. Doncaster 1, Plymouth Argyle 5 now. Xavier and Meche on 88 minutes. Doncaster took the lead, like I said, in that game. But Plymouth have absolutely put them to the sword today and smashed Doncaster. And also, Ipswich 3 now, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Jack Clark on 87 minutes, wrapping things up for Ipswich. Possible chance of a comeback earlier for Sheffield Wednesday, but that game now has been put to bed. Clyde 1, Sterling 2, James Hilton from the penalty spot in the 92nd minute. But Clyde's still trailing, and time literally is running out there. Yeah, it looks like Wraith and Partick, amongst others, are going to do me cooping in. Sick of 0-0s. You know, I half said last week, well, I was joking, that if a game finishes 0-0, both teams should get a point deducted. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking it's a good idea. Brackley's 0, Heronbeen 1, and what? It's just that one game that keeps giving us that noise. I don't know why. Burnley 0, Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1. Late equaliser possibly there for Burnley. Goal scorer to follow. That'd be a good result, that, for Burnley. Full-time scores coming through now. It was Armando Broja on 90 minutes, getting a share of the points for Burnley. Possibly. Still got some injury time to go. Molineux. Wolves have given up. They've given up. Late winner for Dorking, it looks like now. Slough 1, Dorking 2. Glenavon 2, Linfield 1. Linfield on the score sheet late on. I mean, got to be well into injury time there. Trying to get the equaliser. East Kilbride 1, Annan 3. Goal scorer to follow in that one. Annan securing the points there. And Barnet have pulled one back against Salford. Through Ollie Hawkins on the 89th minute. But Salford will be taking all 3 points there. East Kilbride 1, Annan Athletic 3. It was Xander Crike on 93 minutes. Motherwell 1, Dundee FC 0. That's the final score. As is Queen of the South 1, Montrose 0. If you've had unders on that game, well done to you. Unless you had under 1. In which case, unlucky. Burgess Hill 2, Aveley 5. Aveley pulling away now. Pulling away nicely. American Express Stadium, it's still Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. Merson doesn't look happy. Probably, I don't think it's been a particularly good game. I mean, ultimately, you can get some 0-0s that are pretty good matches, can't you? But doesn't sound like that one's been a stunner. Not as good as Burgess-Hill 2, Aveley 5 now. 7 goals in a game, that's what we like to see. Worthing 5, Farnborough 0, that's the final score. Frankie says, how's our coupon looking? Probably looking the same as that piece of roast beef that we've put in the slow cooker that we're going to eat in a bit. It's going to end up in the same place, Frankie. Down the shitter. Stranraer 1, Dumbarton 1, that's the final score. And I think we're going to be ready for the... Frankie James says we're used to that. Of course we are, Frankie. Of course we are. Good news for you though. Doncaster 1, Plymouth Argyle 5. Red letter day if you're a Plymouth Argyle supporter. Bet you thought the worst when Doncaster took an early lead, but Plymouth smashed them today, smashed them. All over at the Etihad. Manchester City 3, West Ham 0. Frankie says yes. I think we'll be getting ready for the final scores pretty soon. A lot of French football being played today. The French Cup. Late goal for Rotherham against Huddersfield, but nothing more than a consolation. Goal scorer to follow, it's Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 3. And it has finished. Ashton Gate, Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 0. Bristol City's great run of results against Middlesbrough over the years continues. I wonder what it is. I wonder what it is, because let's be honest, Middlesbrough going great guns. They just have that bogey team. Maybe it's like Wisła and Legnica. Anybody who is watching today from Poland, maybe you're watching your guys in the 10-kilometer biathlon from yesterday. Dzień dobry, nie mówię po polski, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 3. It was Sam Noam on 95 minutes. Nothing more there than a consolation for Rotherham. And it's all over. Wolves 0, Brentford 2. No doubt more protests from the fans will be on the way. Colchester 4, Newport 1. Jack Payne in the 96th minute. Just putting the cherry on top of the cake there for Colchester. Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1. Late equaliser for Burnley. That is now a full-time score. Frankie James says, get on, Plymouth Argyle. Looking forward to that game at tea time. Looking forward to Liverpool away at Tottenham. Tottenham can be anything, can't they? They can be anything. They can be great on the day and beat anybody, or they can be absolute garbage and you wonder how they ever win a game. That's Tottenham for you. Avellino 1, Palermo 0. And Gloucester 6, Hungerford 1. That is a final score now. But Hungerford are glad to get off the pitch. 94 minutes on the clock, almost at the American Express Stadium. It's still Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. Doing well, Sunderland, though, aren't they, since they got promoted? I mean, ultimately, they were one of the favourites at the start of the season to get relegated straight back down to the Championship, and it doesn't look like that's happening. Well, it's not. They're not going to go down, are they? Are they? No, surely not. They've got too many points on the board now. Wolves, if they come back from that, I'll eat my own head. They're going down. MKM Stadium, it's still Hull 1, West Brom 0. West Brom down to 10 men since the 75th minute. Gilchrist getting sent off. McBurney in the first half. In the 52nd minute of the first half, there was a head injury in that game. That's why it's a little bit delayed, giving them the lead. Just looking for some late goals going through now. Doesn't look like there's many. It has finished Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. So Sunderland with 5 players missing, gone to the AFCON. I suppose they'll take that point, won't they, away at Brighton? Let's have a look at Agiza. Agiza's in live chat. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Agiza says, it's confirmed Buttercup is Argyle through and through. Brought quite a change of fortune. She certainly has. She's doing well, mate. She's doing well. As I hope you are. And it is a red letter day in Plymouth. Weymouth 1, Plymouth Parkway 2. Yeah, hope you're doing well, mate. All set for Christmas. Before Christmas, I am planning on doing that video of what's going on at Wisła Kraków. Quite a few changes. We've also got our 6 sparring matches now confirmed. So we will... hopefully, if there's coverage of them, we will be covering it here live on Catch It Live First. Frankie James says, hi, Geezer. Butters is doing great. Eating shoes. She's eating plenty. She had some of my cereal earlier on. She had some lamb doner kebab last night. Right. I think we'll get ready now for final score. The final scores, I should say, a rundown pretty much everywhere is completed. I can turn that off. We can have a little bit of quiet. And yeah, if you've had a bet today, hopefully your bet is better, or as hopefully it's come up and done better than mine has. Nowhere again. Shocking. Agiza. I'm convinced if your game, if it's 0-0, you both get a point deleted. Pick your 0-0s. Useless. Frankie James says, Buttercup for Plymouth Argyle. Frank says, how are you and yours, Agiza? Right, let's go through. Let's just start with, because it's at the top, Belgium. The Jupiler Pro League. It finished Dender 0, Standard Liège 1. Right, onto the English Premier League. Newcastle 2, Chelsea 2. Bournemouth 1, Burnley 1. Brighton 0, Sunderland 0. Manchester City 3, West Ham 0. Wolves 0, Brentford 2. As we said earlier, Tottenham and Liverpool, that's a 5:30 kickoff. Everton, Arsenal and Leeds and Crystal Palace, both 8 p.m. kickoffs. English Championship, Blackburn 2, Millwall 0. Preston 1, Norwich 1. Southampton 1, Coventry 1. Bristol City 2, Middlesbrough 0. Charlton 1, Oxford United 0. Derby 1, Portsmouth 1. Hull 1, West Brom 0. That's in the 95th minute. Ipswich 3, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Queen's Park Rangers 4, Leicester 1. Sheffield United 3, Birmingham 0. Watford 1, Stoke 0. English League 1, Stevenage 2, Burton 2. Wigan 0, Blackpool 2. Doncaster 1, Plymouth Argyle 5. Exeter 3, Barnsley 0. Leyton Orient 2, Bradford City 1. Lincoln 2, Cardiff 1. Mansfield 1, Stockport 2. Port Vale 0, Peterborough 1, Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 3, Wycombe 2, Bolton Wanderers 1. English League 2, Bromley 2, Grimsby 0, Notts County 0, Walsall 0, Barnet 1, Salford 3, Colchester 4, Newport 1, Fleetwood 2, Gillingham 1, Harrogate 0, MK Dons 4, Oldham 3, Tranmere 1, Shrewsbury 0, Chesterfield 1, Swindon 1, Crawley 0. English National League, Boston United 0, Aldershot 2, Woking 1, Scunthorpe 2, Tamworth and Southend and York and Truro, both 5:30 kickoffs this evening, and Yeovil and Forest Green, that's a 7:45 kickoff this evening. National League North, Alfreton and Macclesfield match postponed. Bedford 1, Marine 1, Buxton 0, AFC Telford 2, Chester 1, South Shields 3, Chorley 4, Hereford 2, Darlington 1, Kings Lynn 1, Kidderminster 1, AFC Fylde 0, Merthyr Town 2, Curzon Ashton 1, Peterborough Sports 0, Scarborough 4, Radcliffe 2, Leamington 1, Southport 1, Worksop 1, Spennymoor 1, Oxford City 1. English National League South, AFC Totton 1, Torquay United 0, Bath 2, Salisbury 0, Chelmsford 0, Ebbsfleet 1, Dover 2, Eastbourne Borough 5, Hampton and Richmond 0, Maidstone 0, Hempstead 0, Maidenhead 0, Hornchurch 2, Enfield Town 2, Horsham FC 1, Chesham 2, Slough 1, Dorking 2, Tonebridge 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 2, Weston-super-Mare 1, Chippenham 0, and Worthing 5, Farnborough 0. NPL Premier Division in England, Bamber Bridge 3, Warrington Rylands 1, FC United 2, Lancaster 1, Gainsborough 1, Gainsborough 0, Ilkeston 0, Hebburn Town 1, Guiseley 0, 50 minutes on the clock there. Plenty of time to go in that one. Hyde 2, Cleethorpes 2, Rushall 5, Leek 1, Warrington 0, Hedensford 0, Workington 0, Stockton 1. English Southern League Premier Central, Alfchurch and Stamford match postponed, as was Banbury and Stratford. Bishop Stortford 2, Bromsgrove 1, Bury Town 1, Stourbridge 1, Hales Owen 1, Leiston 2, into injury time in that game still being played. Kettering 3, Royston 0, Needham Market 1, Harborough 3, Corn 2, Worcester 4, Redditch 1, Sudbury 2, Spalding United 3, Rail Bedford 3, St Ives 1, Barwell 1. English Southern League Premier South, Basingstoke 1, Evesham 0, Berkhamsted 1, Chertsey 2, Farnham 2, Gosport 0, Gloucester 6, Hungerford 1, Haventon Waterlooville 4, Wimborne 0, Poole 0, Sholing 1, Tiverton and Dorchester match postponed, Uxbridge 2, Bracknell 3, Walton and Hersham 5, Hanwell Town 0, Weymouth 1, Plymouth Parkway 2, Yate Town 1, Taunton 2. That game still being played into injury time currently. Eastman League Premier Division, Wingate and Finchley 1, Cray Wanderers 2, Billericay 1, Carshalton 0, Brentwood 1, Potters Bar 0, Burgess Hill 2, Aveley 5, Cheshunt 0, Chatham 4, Chichester 1, Hashtag 0, Cray Valley 0, Whitehawk 2, Dartford 1, St Albans 0, Dulwich Hamlet 0, Ramsgate 0, Folkestone 2, Canvey Island 0, and Lewes 0, Welling 0. Deep into injury time in that game. It's showing us 13 minutes into added on time, but still being played. Moving over to France, the Coupe de France, the Cup of France. Lagosier 0, Lorient 7, Bayeux 2, Blois 1, Bessieheim 0, Metz 3, Bremen 0, Chantilly 3, Lusitanos 0, Lille 1, Marc en Barœul 1, Troyes 3. Over to Germany now, the Bundesliga. Augsburg 0, Bremen 0, FC Köln 0, Union Berlin 1, Hamburger SV 1, Frankfurt 1, Stuttgart 0, Hoffenheim 0, Wolfsburg 3, Freiburg 4, RB Leipzig and Leverkusen. That's a 5:30 kickoff. Bundesliga 2 now. Bochum 2, Karlsruhe 2, Dusseldorf 2, Fürth 1, Kaiserslautern 2, Magdeburg 3, Kiel and Dresden. That's a 7:30 kickoff. Italy, Serie A, one game just kicked off. Lazio and Cremonese, currently 0-0. Juventus and Roma, that's a 7:45 kickoff this evening. Italy, Serie B, Cesena 1, Juve Stabio 1, Frosinone 2, Spezia 1, Modena 1, Venezia 2, Monza 4, Carrarese 1, Padova 1, Sampdoria 1, Avellino 1, Palermo 0, that's a half-time. Pescara and Reggiana, that's a 6:30 kickoff this evening. Over to Holland now, the Eredivisie. Heracles 0, Heerenveen 1, 75 minutes on the clock there. Excelsior and Zwolle, that's a 5:45 kickoff. Nijmegen and Ajax, that's a 7 p.m. kickoff. And Breda and Telstar, that's an 8 p.m. kickoff. Northern Ireland Premiership, Ballymena 1, Carrick Rangers 1, Bangor FC 1, Cliftonville 1, Crusaders 0, Larne 1, Dungannon 4, Portadown 2, and Glenavon 2, Linfield 1. Excuse me. No results through for the Northern Irish Championship currently. Liga Portugal this evening, Gil Vicente and Rio Ave, that's a 6 p.m. kickoff, and Estrela and Moriense, that's an 8:30 kickoff. Scottish Premiership, Dundee United 1, Hibernian 1, Kilmarnock 0, Falkirk 1, Motherwell 1, Dundee FC 0, St Mirren 1, Livingston 0. Scottish Championship, Arionians 0, Queen's Park 3, Dunfermline 2, United 3, Partick Thistle 0, Wraith Rovers 0, Ross County 0, Arbroath 2, St Johnstone 5, Morton 0. Scottish League 1, East Fife 0, Peterhead 1, Hamilton 1, Alloa 0, Kelty Hearts 2, Cove Rangers 5, Queen of the South 1, Montrose 0, and Stenhousemuir 1, Inverness Cally Thistle 0. Scottish League 2, Clyde 1, Stirling 2, East Kilbride 1, Annan 3, Forfar 2, Edinburgh City 3, Spartans 1, Elgin 0, and Stranraer 1, Dumbarton 1. Spanish La Liga, Oviedo 0, Celta Vigo 0, and Levante 1, Real Sociedad 1. That's just come through as a final score now. Osasuna and Alaves, that's a 5:30 kickoff, and Real Madrid and Sevilla, that's an 8 p.m. kickoff this evening. Spanish La Liga 2, Andorra 1, La Coruña 0, Huesca 1, Racing Santander 1, that's still being played, 7th minute of injury time there. Leganés and Guillon, that's a 5:30 kickoff, and Las Palmas and Cultural Leonesa, that's an 8 p.m. kickoff. Turkish Super League, Konyaspor 1, Kayserispor 1, Ayopspor 0, Fenerbahce 3, and Besiktas and Reziyespor, that has just kicked off, currently 0-0. Welsh Premier League, Flint 2, Haverfordwest 2. Got to scroll down now to the Croatian HNL League. Osijek 0, Slaven Belupo 0. League of Cyprus, Aris Limassol 2, Ammonia Aridapu 2, Paralimini 0, Chorlorca 1. Anathosis and Nicosia, that's just kicked off. That is currently 0-0. Greek Super League, Steros 0, Aris 1, Volos 0, and Anatolikos 0, 57 minutes on the clock there. Olympiakos and Kifisia, that's a 6:30 kickoff this evening. There was Eredivisie over in Holland. OSS 2, De Graafschap 2, 82 minutes on the clock there, so still being played. Almere City and FC Emmen, that's a 7 o'clock kickoff this evening. Romanian Super League. Bucharest 2, Slobozia 3, Hotel 2, FC Arges 1, and Arad and Dinamo Bucharest, that's a 6 o'clock kickoff this evening. The Swiss League, it's Sion and Winterthur match postponed. Thun and Zurich, that's just kicked off, and that is 0-0. Basel and Servette, that's a 7:30 kickoff this evening. Welsh Southern League, Carew Ely 1, Aberystwyth 0. Tree Thomas Bluebirds 2, Balgan Dragons 1. The Welsh North League, Brickfield 4, Holyhead 0, Buckley 1, Rill 2, Mode Alexandra 1, Llandudno 2. And that is all she wrote for this Saturday, the 20th of December. I believe this year has gone so quickly already. Lots going on in live chat. Pinky and a geezer all the way from Connecticut in the US of A. Clock's over the yard arm now, mate. You can partake in a little tipple. What I'm going to do now, I've got a bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale, and then Frankie's going to make us a Christmas cocktail. What could go wrong? I've got all festive. That reminds me, for some reason, of Popeye. I don't know why. He looks a little bit stretched, doesn't he? But maybe that's my breasticles. Oh, I remember when I used to have pecs years ago. Them days are gone. I'm going to have to hit the gym again. Stop laughing. Right, all that's left for me to say is this will be the last live stream before Christmas. So our next live stream will be Football Special on Boxing Day. Lots of football on Boxing Day. One of the best days of the year. So join us for that one. If you've had a wager, or if you're going to have a wager, hopefully it comes in for you just in time for New Year. The geezer says, I've been sneezing all morning. It's doing my head in. Does that sound English enough? It certainly does, mate. It certainly does. It's doing your head in. I don't know how you would say that in Polish. I'll have to learn. Definitely supporting Wisła Kraków. But yeah, lots going on at Wisła at the moment. But good news is Krysanowski's signed another 12 months contract. Like I said, I'm convinced that one's a 12-month contract because he'll want to see if we do get promoted into the extra class of the Polish Premier League, which I'm pretty sure we will, unless the wheels fall off. But again, this is Wisła Kraków. Anything could happen. Oh, that's a Thun 0, Zurich 1. Zurich taking the lead there. Right. All that's left for me today is, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. There will be an edit of this live stream coming out so that you can miss out all of the... I've just seen that, what you've put in live chat. Czuski. That's it. That's in Polish. That's how you sneeze in Polish, apparently. Yeah, so there will be an edit out of this. So it'll just be the main highlights. Not that there has been many this afternoon. It's been pretty dull. Frankie James says, bless you, a geezer. Well, all I've got to say is a geezer. A Czuski. Have a wonderful Christmas, says Frankie. I'll see you soon, says a geezer. Thanks for your support, mate. Really do appreciate it. You know that anyway. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Hit that like button. It does make a big difference. I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. We'll see you soon. Merry Christmas.